Okay, let's go over the pro. So the first pro is the build quality. This is coming from the Japanese Fujigen factory that I think they've been operating for over 20 to 30 years, and their quality is top notch. When it comes to the fretwork, it's perfectly smooth. You won't find any flaws with the fretwork itself. The carves and the all access neck joint, it's all smooth. You won't find any flaws with the finish. Finish is superb. They have excellent quality control, and yeah, so the build quality, it is amazing from top to bottom. The next pro is that it is very versatile and it's very easy to play. This is I believe it's the Super Wizard, or one of the Wizard necks for the 7-string. The neck construction as well, going back to the build quality, is amazing with the 5-piece neck. Back to the playability, it's smooth. Access to the upper frets, not an issue. The bridge, the hardware, the quality it's all there. You won't find anything hard to reach or anything. So in terms of playability, the comfort cuts here. There's a cut here to rest your arm, and there's also a belly cut here to rest up against your belly. The next pro is the tone from the guitar. It's quite amazing. It has a very clear mid-range. I think that's a combination of the Swamp Ash body and maple neck, maple fretboard. Has a very nice attack and very nice bite, especially when you're playing lead. The next is the Ibanez 5-way switch. Normally you have a 3-way switch that just switches between both either of the pickups or both pickups on together. With the 5-way switch, you get total possibility of splitting the coil here, like with the bridge in the neck, and the parallel position for the neck as well. You have a tone knob to adjust the tone if you're doing if you need a certain sound, like in terms of getting the sound that you want out of this guitar. It covers a wide range. It's more of the punchy, bright tones as opposed to the darker, warmer tones that you'd get in a Gibson Les Paul and whatnot, mahogany style body. And I just want to point out about this low pro edge trem. This trem is really comfortable to use, and it's easy to do string changes. I find that with the Ibanez bridges, in terms of quality and consistency, they hold up for a very long time. And this is one, I think the edge is based on the Floyd Rose. This is Ibanez's own version where it's much easier to access the saddles here. The Allen key bolts are here, you have fine tuners here. The knife edges are, here, and you can adjust the angle on both sides. So you can have it, I have it slightly raised on the bass end and slightly lowered for the treble side, the skinny strings here. Okay, let's go over the cons. So the first con is that this is the 7-string model, and it comes in, I don't know if I mentioned it in the specs, but this is a 25.5-inch scale neck. Normally, especially for the low end, for the 7-string, most companies do baritone, or at least do compromise like 26.5. Like Ibanez do in the RGD series, they do 26.5. I don't know if it's throughout all their ranges, but for their 7-strings, they definitely do 26.5. So if you're after the genty type thing and getting the action feeling similar to that of a 26.5, it's harder with the 25.5-inch necks. In my experience, I find that I have to go a little bit thicker strings, especially on the bass side. If I want to drop tune, like I go to drop A or drop A flat, I'd have to go much heavier gauge strings. So that could be a con for this. But they do RGD series guitars with 26.5-inch scale, and they're kind of different as well. They're geared more towards the metal shreddy type players. This one's geared towards kind of like more like classic rock, kind of an all-rounder guitar. It's not just pigeonholed to one style. The next con is the price. I paid a substantial amount of money for the guitar, but it is well worth it. But if it's out of your price range, it's somewhere in between. Like, you'd find it's not as expensive as custom guitars, but as normal retail guitars, this is on the pricier side. I think it's cheaper in the States, but because I'm in the EU, I don't know if it's because of import tax or just regular taxes, I believe it was 1,500 or 1,600 euros that it came in total costing. But it does come with a hardshell case with some tools and manuals and whatnot. So, and it has the Ibanez, the red. I'll show a picture of it, but it's the it's like a pocket knife, and it has like Allen wrenches, screwdriver. It has the level that you'd do to measure the action, stuff like that. So that would be a pro, but the con would be the price. The next con is the pickups. These are very low output DiMarzio PAF7 pickups. They're made out of ceramic. Personally, I'm not a big fan of ceramic pickups. They're too nasally for me, especially with clean tones or crunch tones. So it's more of a personal preference, but for these pickups, I thought they put like some medium output pickups maybe to kind of complement the wood, the body wood and the neck. But these are very low output. Like I play more kind of like a shreddy style, and I need, the clarity on the single notes. So I will be upgrading these pickups, but there's a con depending on your personal preference. These are low output pickups that come stock. Alright, those are the pros and the cons. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.